working as a middleware admin, and I've been working in the industry for 6 years now. I'm hoping to get some more details on blockchain and get some insight into it with this demo and session.
Okay. Hi, man. Do you have any experience or prior experience to coding, or you have knowledge about the software architectures and how things are deployed? So you said you were in the middleware team. Can you just give more intro about what exactly were your role in that?
Right now, I'm actually working with IBM tools on middleware side.
Okay.
So I do have experience with coding in multiple languages, Java, C, C++, and algorithmic coding. So I did look into a couple of basics online by myself, but I was hoping to get some more details from this.
Okay. Yeah. Anybody else?
Hi Kumar, this is Raghav.
Yeah. Hi, Rakov.
Yeah, currently I'm working as a Hadoop administrator, but I do have prior experience on Java and Python. Of course, I'm working on Python now. So sometimes,
Great.
like if there are any requirement, so I just wanted to know the details more on blockchain and what are the tools will be used in blockchain, all these things.
Okay. Great. Yeah. And how about
This is
Venkatesh?
Venkatesh.
Yeah. Hi, Venkatesh.
Hey, hi Kumar. This is Venkatesh, and I'm currently working on the MuleSoft, and working as a MuleSoft consultant for ServiceNow India Private Limited based out of Hyderabad, and I have working experience on middle tier technologies and full stack Java development.
Oh, great. So you do have experience in the Java. Okay, great.
Yeah. I heard some other people also from ServiceNow here. Is it correct? I heard someone else is also from ServiceNow. If I heard it correctly, is it correct? Okay, fine.
I'm not sure on that.
Okay, fine. No worries, Kumar. You can continue.
Yeah, to introduce myself, my name is Kumar. I have 8 years of experience. Of course, I might be not as experienced as some of you, but in all these 8 years, I've been working on information security and cybersecurity related projects only. And my core areas are cryptography and network security. That's where I started my career with. I did my MTech from JNTU in information security, and then my first projects were completely related to cryptography and TLS security. It was a tech that wherein I used my skills for Java development as well as cryptography. And later on that, in my second company, I was with the research and development wing for security related projects in that. And that's where I got my complete introduction about the blockchain terms. So, okay, before getting into the blockchain, let me finish the introduction. And from there, I started exploring blockchain on myself own, and it's been around 1 2 years now. Okay, so that's where I have started exploring the blockchain technologies like Ethereum, Hyperledger, and stuff. And a lot of POCs till date, be it an ICO. We'll get to the technical terms in the course, be it an ICO or developing or deploying multi-organization Hyperledger Fabric things, and deploying private networks over the Ethereum for POCs. And I just we even have done demos on Quorum as well. So Quorum is nothing but a blockchain by Deloitte. No, no, Quorum is by JP Morgan. So I just wanted to say that I have experience in the complete deployment and the architecture of the blockchain. Since most of the blockchain components are cryptography and security, I do have very good knowledge on them. And at any point of time, if you guys feel I'm deviating from the topic, you can just ping me during the course that we're going to have forward. All right. So yeah, if you can look at the scroll that Mr. Venkat is running, this is more or less the course curriculum that's going to be. Okay. So Venkat, I would like to share my screen. Hello. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, there you go, folks. Welcome to the blockchain demo class. Okay. Uh, from from your introductions, I got to know that yes, you guys do have experience in a little bit of programming and stuff. Then you're here to get more details or knowledge about the blockchain products or the architectures or the different versions of tools that are being available in the market and the development that is going on. Okay, let me start off with the universal example for blockchain. Okay, this demo here. Okay, is my screen hello?
Yeah, it's not clear, Kumar.
You can't see my screen,
ఇమేజ్
right?
ఇమేజ్ క్వాలిటీ లేదు సార్ అంతే.
Yeah,
No, it is blurred. It is not clear.
బ్లర్డ్ అండి
yeah, correct.
సార్. అందరూ తెలుగు వాళ్ళేనండి ఇప్పుడు డెమోకి అటెండ్ అయింది
Oh,
సార్. ఆల్ ఆర్ నోస్ ఫ్రమ్ ఓకే సార్. చూడండి సార్, ఎవరైనా
excuse me.
తెలుగులో అడిగితే మాత్రం తెలుగులో చెప్పండి సార్ కొద్దిగా.
So is everybody from Telugu continue in Telugu or English is fine?
We are fine either way. No
Hello?
problem.
Yeah, we are fine either way. Yes, correct. I
But
had
we are
some
not
other.
able to see. We are not able to see your screen. It's completely blurred and not able to read it. Some centralized ledger or something is there,
Okay,
but that
great.
is not.
So
సార్ ఒక్కసారి కిందకి మౌస్ స్క్రోల్ చేయండి సార్ ఒక్కసారి. ఇంకా ఏమైనా ఇమేజెస్ అన్నీ ఇలాగే కనపడుతున్నాయా అనేది నా డౌట్.
if you have doubts in it,
ఇంకో ఇమేజ్ చూపించండి.
these images are a little bit blurred.
ఓకే
You're
ఓకే
fine with
No,
this,
no.
right?
No, second slide is somewhat better, but first slide is not good. But second slide is okay.
Okay, copy
Yeah,
it in
that's just
some
for
other paint or
illustration purposes.
Word. Kumar, copy these images in somehow like paint or Word, whatever it is, and then share it us. So probably that would be good.
Actually, it's a small image. Even if I copy there, it's the same thing. I mean, there's nothing much to look into that. If you just can
Just
explain
explain
it
it.
what exactly that is. Yeah, thank
Yeah.
you.
స్క్రీన్ షేర్ అవ్వట్లేదండి, షేర్ చేయండి సార్.
Yeah. So for getting into the complete blockchain thing and stuff, I would like to clear one thing. That is, you might have heard about these cryptocurrencies. That is the Bitcoin, Ethereum, and all this stuff. Okay. One thing to make it clear to you, all of you guys, is that a cryptocurrency is not a blockchain. That is, Bitcoin or Ethereum, it's not a blockchain. Those are currencies, virtual currencies. All right. So what exactly is blockchain? Blockchain is a technology that enables the movement of these cryptocurrencies from one person to another. For example, let's take a look at this picture. Of course, it's not clear. Okay. In this picture, it's nothing but a clearinghouse or a bank, right? Let's say these are four different parties that are trying to do a transaction over a network, and that network is completely controlled by this so-called clearinghouse. So what does the clearinghouse do? It maintains a ledger of all the transactions that the four parties are doing, right? So what exactly happens in a clearinghouse? For example, a participant A needs to send some uh, currency or whatever asset it may be that they are trading between both of them, wants to send some amount from A to B. What he does is he actually sends it to the clearinghouse. The request is sent to the clearinghouse, and the clearinghouse checks with its ledger if A is really valid or he has a balance to send it through B. And that's how the clearinghouse maintains a complete ledger. Okay, so this is the regular money transaction process that is happening. So what are the so this is going on, right? What are the issues with it? The issues with it is like it's completely centralized. If the clearinghouse is done, the whole payment goes haywire and nothing is happening. Secondly, we have something called as double spending problem. If the clearinghouse takes some time to update the ledger, this guy might be sending the same amount twice to a different person. Of course, that's not the case right now with the banking system, but that was one of the issues sought out when people are trying to solve these blockchain problem, right? Now, getting into the blockchain mode, what exactly it is? If you can see, the whole clearinghouse has been removed from the picture, and each and every uh, person or the node joining the network maintains his or her own ledger, right? So each and every transaction that is happening on the blockchain network, that is the private network, is stored into this ledger. Each and every transaction that's happening on the network is stored on the ledger. In this way, we are completely eliminating the clearinghouse. But here we have one more problem again. So the thing is, each and every one part of this banking network trusts the clearinghouse, right? So they have some level of trust, and that's how the clearinghouse will take action on behalf of these users, saying that yes, the amount can be cleared or not. But since we are looking at eliminating the trust completely, the centralized trust completely, then how do we achieve trust among ourselves? The answer to that is called as consensus, nothing but agreement. So you might have heard about mining and all the stuff. So these things come under consensus only, right? So let's see how exactly the transaction is done. Okay. Uh, let's take an example of Ethereum. For example, Bob wants to send Alice one Ethereum, and he has a total of 3 Ethereum in mind. Now, what Bob does is Bob will broadcast the transaction to all the peers on, right? What does Bob do? Bob will write the transaction that he would like to send 1 Ethereum from his account to Alice's address, and then he'll put the transaction into his ledger, and then he'll publish the account on the network. So on the network, as I said in the previous slide, we need some kind of consensus to be reached so that the whole network agrees on it. That is done by the special nodes called as miners. So what exactly is a mining? It's solving a complex mathematical problem to find out a very large number that is unique to that particular block. We'll get into this terminology, that is the block and the nonce, in the coming classes. Okay, but for now, think of it as a just a random large number that is entirely unique in the complete data structure. So what exactly is blockchain? Blockchain is nothing but a linear append only data structure, right? So when they're trying to create the nonce for the latest block, it has to be completely unique, and it doesn't match with any of the previous block's nonces. That's what the miners do. They try to solve that hash and then create the nonce. And once the nonce is created, the miner receives a reward for the unique nonce that he has created, and then the transaction is completed. Okay. Any questions so far?
How does this miner will create these nonce or?
Will it's called as as I told you, they are trying to solve a particular mathematical problem. So each and every cryptocurrency, be it Bitcoin, Litecoin, and all, they have their own versions of the hashing algorithm. For example, Ethereum uses ETH hash, okay,
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
Bitcoin uses SHA-512, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when we say that, for example, if you look at this part, Bob
Mm-hmm.
wants to send Alice one ether, so it's counted as
Okay.
one transaction, right?
Okay.
Similarly, it's like several thousand transactions happen per second.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so what
Mm-hmm.
those miners do is they pick up those transactions, okay,
Mm-hmm.
and then they will calculate the nonce. I would like to show you the nonce. If I'll just show you the nonce and
Okay.
things. Just a minute.
Yeah, but you know, they try to create a nonce with some algorithms. Definitely, they will take some time to generate it, right? But it is a time-consuming process when compared to the centralized, banking system.
Well, if you know the Ethereum constructs, the time to create a nonce is 15 seconds for around 1,500 transactions. So that's what I'm
Oh,
saying.
oh,
There is a
that's fast.
difference.
Okay,
Okay, so
okay.
it's like, can you see the screen?
No.
Just a minute.
So, but how do they do? Like, they'll have a separate tools or it's a manual process. So,
Those are tools only.
okay, okay.
You're able to see the screen now, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So this is the complete Ethereum network transactions and everything. Okay. On the
Mm-hmm.
right side, you can see all the transactions that are happening. You're seeing
Mm-hmm.
them, right? 46
Yeah.
seconds ago and stuff and all. And
Uh-huh.
onto the left side, you can see the blocks that are created. Okay.
Okay.
Let's open one block and see, right? And hash. Okay, so you can see there are a total of 109 transactions that have been included into this block.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and this is the nonce generated. So this nonce is completely unique and it doesn't repeat in any of the 5,81,000, 58,14,396 blocks.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it has to be unique completely.
Okay.
And the technical nonce and all will detail discuss in the course.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah, sure.
yeah, thank you. So that's how the miners work. Okay, now as you asked in the question, it's like, yes, it's a time consuming process and stuff. So how do things happen? What exactly happens is once we try to solve the nonce, okay, once we try to solve the nonce, the miner is paid a reward.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, the miner is paid a reward, and that's how the miners get rewarded. For example, right now, if you solve a block successfully, the reward is, in case of Ethereum, it is 5 ethers. Okay,
Okay.
in case of
Okay.
Bitcoin, it's around 12.5 Bitcoins. I think that will come to 6.25 in the next few months. That is, after a certain number of blocks are mined, they just halve the reward that is being given to miners,
So
right?
this, you mean like miners also work with some organization? Organization will pay for that.
No,
So
no, no.
whatever
It's
it is.
not organization exactly. So
Mm-hmm.
to mine or to generate a nonce, you need a lot of hash power.
Uh-huh.
So it's like
Okay.
generate. Okay, nonce. Let's say that nonce is nothing but trying to generate a number from zero
Mm-hmm.
to you until you find the unique number that will fit for the hash. Okay.
Okay.
So
Okay.
each and every
Oh.
time a miner has to start from zero again. He cannot
Mm-hmm.
continue with the previous number to find the nonce. That requires a lot of computational power.
Okay.
So what these people do
Okay.
is
Okay.
they people
Understood.
form as pools and then try to submit the nonces and then get the rewards and they distribute between themselves. Okay, that's with the nonce part.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay.
like you're basically clear with the basic idea of what exactly is happening, right?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Great.
So
So now,
entire Yeah, entire blockchain technology involves around this nonce and generating that unique number. You mean to say?
It's okay. Let me introduce something else to you in this. We have something called as public and private blockchains. Okay, for enterprise level, we cannot use the public blockchain because anybody will join and they can do that. And in that, because we are using a public blockchain and we're not dependent on any third party, we'll be looking into generating of these nonsense and stuff. Okay. But when you're using a private blockchain for deploying enterprise grade applications, we can use our own consensus mechanism. Okay. It's not, that is not compute sensitive. Does that answer your question, sir?
No, I'm not clear on that.
Okay, what I mean to say is Ethereum and Bitcoin, everything, these are public blockchains. Okay, public
Okay.
means there's no central governing authority, and to achieve consensus, there has to be these kind of proof of work consensus mechanisms that will, clearly and verify the transaction that has happened. But when coming to us, when we're trying to develop private enterprise grade applications, we won't use a public blockchain. Okay, we will use our own private blockchain. So even in Ethereum, you can uh, put up your own testnet, and then you can plug in whatever consensus mechanism you want to use. That
Okay.
is, so instead of trying to solve the transaction by nonce, you can use Byzantine fault tolerant tolerance that is being used in Hyperledger. Of course, it's not completely there now, and it's like there are a lot of other consensus mechanisms too, other than proof of work. So trying to solve the nonce is called as proof of work. Okay, we have something called as proof of stake, proof of elapsed time, proof of Byzantine fault tolerant, and so on. So it's like when you're
Okay.
trying to deploy on a private network and create private applications, you can use any of the other mechanisms, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So moving forward, so everybody is clear with the transaction, right? What exactly is happening on the blockchain? So
One more job. Is
yeah, yeah,
Ethereum or
sure.
whatever, is it one kind of cryptocurrency?
Ether is a cryptocurrency, and Bitcoin is a cryptocurrency.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah, all
but
cryptocurrencies are using these Bitcoin concepts. Is my understanding is correct, Kumar?
no, sir. Look, let's say that Bitcoin is the first cryptocurrency that was launched based on the blockchain concepts. Okay, but it also kind of runs similarly to the Bitcoin only, but Ethereum has way more advantages than Bitcoin. Okay, in Ethereum you can develop your own applications and then deploy them on the network, whereas it's not possible in Bitcoin. Second thing, all these
Mm-hmm.
cryptocurrencies or those have been developed using the Ethereum platform. For example, the tokens that you're listening, you've heard about the ICOs and stuff, right? All these things are being developed on Ethereum
Mm-hmm.
platform. Okay, and altcoins, that is the Litecoin and Dogecoin, all these things are nothing but they have forked the Bitcoin code and then they created their own coins. So those
Mm-hmm.
things can be termed as altcoins to Bitcoin. And then ethereum is a currency. Okay, but the cryptocurrencies that are developed using the Ethereum platform are called as tokens.
Mm-hmm.
Understood my point?
Okay.
Yeah, if you can go to any coin gecko or something, you'll have all these Ethereum based tokens. Okay,
Okay.
yeah. So all the ICOs that are running worldwide now, you might have seen this ICO fever. It's like 90% of them are using the Ethereum platform, and the others are using EOS and Aguar for the same. You're okay with that?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Ah, great, thanks. Now, coming to the next part of this one. So these are the concepts that are completely involved with the blockchain: cryptography, that is the encryption part, replication. So how exactly we are trying to achieve this encryption is through public key cryptography. We have something called as public and private keys. You might have heard about it. Okay, so the public key is exposed to the people, that is your address, and the private key is used for signing the transactions. replication. Replication is nothing but, as I've shown in this picture, instead of maintaining a central ledger, the ledger is replicated with each and every one. And at any given point of time, the network maintains the truth or the latest ledger with each and every part. Okay, integrity. Integrity is how you are saying that the data is valid. We are trying. How are you telling that the data or the transaction that has been in the latest block is not double spent, or that we are achieving completely through the mining. All right. So this is a basic to the basic introduction of what exactly blockchain application Ethereum or Bitcoin is. Okay. Mm, all right. So this is kind of the course outline that we'll be doing. Okay. Uh, so I mean, this is a little bit older, but okay. We'll be starting off with the basics of cryptography, the basics of blockchain, and we'll go by each and every terms and nuances in the blockchain concept, right? And then we'll start off with Ethereum. So we'll start off with Ethereum because that is the best platform to learn the blockchain technology, since Ethereum has its own language called as Solidity.
Mhm.
Okay, so as a part of this course, we will be learning the Solidity language in Ethereum, and then we'll try to deploy our own private test network, and then create a small application that will interact with the Ethereum test networks.
Mhm.
Okay,
So what is
so
the
this would be, I'm sorry.
what is the software do we need to have to do this?
Look, since deploying the Ethereum network would be a burden on it, we'll try to use test nets, be it Infuria or Robston. So don't need any
So
software as such to do. We need to install few applications for the code and test net.
So you
It,
mean
it shouldn't take
Solidity?
much.
Okay.
are these
So
freewares, or where do we get these software tools?
No, so it's like Visual Code Studio. You know Visual
Oh,
Studio, right?
yeah.
Yeah, we can use that for developing the Solidity applications, right? Visual Code. And then we can download something called Ganachi CLI. It's a test network. It will actually mimic the entire Ethereum network. You don't need to download the complete Ethereum code. So what we'll do is we'll try to install something called as Ganachi, and then we'll do the development there. Okay, but I'll definitely show up in the course what exactly the Ethereum node is, how to install the node, and how we are going to deploy contracts through the node, or through it the remix version, or be it anything. Okay,
okay. So you mean like Solidity is a code, right? You said. So we need
it's
to
a
develop
language.
the
Yes,
language. So you
it's a
need to
language
develop
like
the
JavaScript and stuff.
yeah. So you need to develop this network with that code, correct?
No, 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 sir.
Uh-huh.
Uh,
Uh-huh.
okay, I think you got okay. Okay. Let me share my screen. Just a minute.
Or you like you mean to say generate? I mean encryption and all these things we can do with Solidity, or how it is?
No, sir. Okay, let me tell you. The encryption part that I was talking about was completely related to the network. How we are going
Okay.
to generate your public and private keys and what are accounts and stuff. Okay.
Okay. What we can
Coming to,
achieve with Solidity?
okay. How do you, let's say now we have deployed our private Ethereum network. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
How do
Mm-hmm.
you interact with the network? For example, if you
Okay.
want to do some transactions or get
Mm-hmm.
something from the network, how do you interact with
Okay.
the network? That we are going to do it on Solidity.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. I understood.
Yeah. So
So
Ethereum,
that
you
block,
can.
okay, block creation and all also happened with the Solidity, or how it is?
No, the block creation has nothing to do with Solidity. It is the complete network infrastructure itself. So when
Okay.
transactions are happening at
Uh-huh.
particular, for example, for every 15 seconds, a new block is created from the transactions.
Okay. Understood. Understood.
Exactly.
Okay. So, but what is the database actually it is using? Is it using any
So
database or network storage?
Ethereum uses its own couch DB, but it's not
Mhm.
as vast as your regular database. It has a limited amount of
Mhm.
memory that will look into the classes when we are taking it. What
So it
exactly?
uses only CouchDB, or is there any other databases like
So
MongoDB or
different
something?
blockchain. No. We don't have the complete concept of MongoDB at all. We have Level
Hmm.
DB and CouchDB. So Level DB is
Okay.
for Ethereum and CouchDB is for the Hyperledger project. So
Okay.
Hyperledger, on the other hand, is like more efficient way to deploy the what they say private or deploy and develop private applications, private test networks.
Okay. But what are the opportunities for developer, and what are the opportunities for database administrator? Like suppose since 5 years I was working
Uh,
on as a Hadoop
Here,
administrator. So how can I
great.
fit into this in this
There
technology?
are a wide range of opportunities for the blockchain administrator
Okay.
because people are not familiar with the architecture, and
Mm-hmm.
it's like whatever jobs that I'm doing lately, since I'm working for a small product company, it's
Mm-hmm.
like I'm even getting jobs to set up the blockchain network for the clients. So
Mm-hmm.
there's wide range of applications in case of blockchain administrator,
Okay. So what are
because
the major roles and responsibilities of
it's the complete
administrator?
deployment of the blockchain enterprise level.
So, which means like some guys, so since you are a developer, so you develop one code with a solidity. So I'm going to take it and deploy it in the network, something like that,
No,
correct?
no, no. It's like you'll already deploy the network and you'll be maintaining the network, and the
Uh-huh.
developer will be trying to use the network.
Uh-huh. Okay, understood, understood. So you'll be
Yeah,
covering that one as well, or
yeah,
like
yeah, definitely. Because as you know, this is a new technology right now. So
Mhm.
this not something like blockchain administrator and blockchain developer. It's a complete
Mhm.
course. It's the
Okay.
complete architecture as well as the development.
Hmm.
Yes, sir.
Understood, understood.
Mm, yeah, questions, please. I would like to answer any questions or any doubts you have.
What is the prerequisite? What kind of technology we need to have familiarize with?
No, okay, let me put this with you. For example, learn SAP, Salesforce, it's like you need to have experience in finance and stuff. Okay. The only ground rule for learning a blockchain is you should have a little experience with any programming knowledge, any programming language. You should have a little bit of experience, be it
But for
JavaScript or Java.
yeah, but for administrator is not required.
Yeah, for administrator, it's not required, but right now it's like they're not only looking for a blockchain administrator. Okay,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
since it's a new thing, they are looking for a complete package.
Okay, understood, understood.
Yeah, yeah, maybe it's like going down the line when the enterprises have their own private blockchain set up and them, then they'll segregate the developers from the administrators. But now they're looking at a complete package.
Okay, understood.
Yes. Any more
Is it
questions,
heavy?
others?
Is it heavily coded application, or how what kind of coding knowledge
In
is
each
required here?
basic knowledge of core Java completely would definitely help here because Solidity is kind of loosely based on JavaScript. We'll definitely have a demo of or 1 or 2 sessions on JavaScript and stuff during the course, but a prerequisite would definitely help you out. I think 2 to 3 hours per day, that would definitely help you guys to crack the blockchain interviews in the next 3 to 4 months. That I'll definitely help you out, whatever help is required from my side. Yes.
So what is this course duration?
It's 45 days, sir, actually.
Okay. But what are the opportunities now? Like, I mean, only banking sectors, I think
No,
they
no, no,
are
it's
also
not.
doing some POCs, I guess. I heard it actually. Okay. Apart from that, what are the best, I mean,
I'm
opportunities?
not
Yeah.
entirely taking on that part because I'm working for a US client right now,
Mm-hmm.
okay, in my company. And apart from that, I'm doing a freelance project for a German guy. Okay, it's not just banking sector. They are trying to explore each and every possible way where blockchain could fit in that would, remove the middleman, be it the supply chain, the pharmacies. It's like pharmacy is the biggest sector that is, investing in blockchain right now.
Mm-hmm.
So it's
Okay.
not just, to the what they say. banking sector.
Mhm. So you're doing freelancing on this, blockchain.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
So how in depth are you gonna go in the course, Kumar? Are you gonna, I mean, take us to a place where we can actually create an entire blockchain system by ourselves, or is that too depth for or is that too deep for this course?
Instead of taking you, I'll just teach you completely how to deploy your own blockchain, ma'am, the architecture.
Mhm.
Okay, so I'll definitely take you through each and every step on how to create your own private test network and then deploy your applications over those networks. Okay, initially we'll be doing it on the public blockchains, and while coding we'll try to use the test networks, but as the end point what we'll do is we'll deploy a complete private, each and every one of you, I'll help you with deploying your complete private test networks over Ethereum, and then deploy your decentralized application. That's what these things are called, dApps, decentralized application over it. So as a part of this course curriculum, we'll cover the entire Ethereum architecture, that is from node, deploying of node, creation of accounts, deploying contracts, and then trying to create a private test network with 3 nodes. We'll be going through each and every one of these things. I think I'll forward a detailed course curriculum after this demo session is done. Sounds good, ma'am?
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, currently I'm working as a test engineer.
Okay.
I'm an automation test engineer. How can this course help me? Like, can I shift completely from testing to blockchain, or else it will be a tough part while changing the profile?
So, can you answer one question, Srinivas? Are you exposed to any kind of programming language? Since you're saying automation,
That's
you might
what
have done.
Selenium. Selenium.
Say, okay, Selenium is kind of
I have
based on
already
Java
scored
only,
Java
right?
basic. Yes.
Very good. So that's kind of enough. So it. Let me put it this way. I'm not being rude, but it completely depends on how much amount of time you give in this. Okay, it's not that a person with a testing background shouldn't learn this. I'm sorry. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah,
Hello.
there are n number of opportunities, be it a testing engineer or anyone, anybody who has okay, just even if you don't what they say, you don't have any faith in my words, what you can do is just pop up a blockchain resume and put it on Naukri. You will see how many amount of calls you are getting. There are huge number of opportunities for India. It's in Bangalore, Pune, and Delhi. There are n number of opportunities right now. Okay, be it a test engineer or anyone, if you have a little bit of knowledge of programming and some dedication, you can clearly get through the interview in 3 months of time. Does that answer your
Thank
question,
you.
Srinivas?
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. What about the Venkatesh, Satya, Ranjita, and Gautam? Any questions you have, guys?
Will you be sharing this deck with us?
Yeah, I'll share the deck, and I'll even share the course content with you guys in some time. I think Venkat
Okay.
will do that. I'll just forward it to Venkat, and Venkat will share
Okay.
it with everyone.
Okay. We'll coordinate with Venkat.
Yeah, sure. Any more questions, sir, from anybody?
And the timings will be same?
We'll discuss about the timings. I'll have to coordinate with Venkat too on that.
Okay then. Okay. And anyway, this will be the online only, right?
Yeah, it's online course only.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you.
If there are no questions, I think uh, it's like once the course is done, we'll definitely get to the advanced topics also that are coming up in the new versions. So yeah, that's it from my side, guys. If you have anything, please do contact Venkat, and I'll send in the complete course curriculum shortly.
And one more thing, like can in the course content itself, can you please mention the topics? What are the topics Java basics we need to be familiar, so that
Yeah,
if
sure.
we
I'll
want to
definitely
come
do
to
that,
the course, we'll be familiar to the topic.
Definitely, Srinivas, I'll do that. Yes. Any other questions? All right, then. Thank you, everybody. Okay. I'm just stopping this presentation for now. And please coordinate with Venkat. Yeah, Venkat Chopandi.
థ్యాంక్ యూ కుమార్ గారు, థ్యాంక్స్ అండి. ఓకే, నేను
Yeah.
స్టూడెంట్స్ అందరికి గెట్ బ్యాక్ అయ్యి మీకు ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ ఇస్తాను సార్. అది
Yeah,
కోర్స్
sure.
కంటెంట్ అంటే మీరు కోర్స్ కంటెంట్ అంటున్నారు కదా సార్, మనకి ఇథీరియం అంటే నాకు కోర్స్ కంటెంట్ ఫస్ట్ పంపించారు కదా సార్, అది కాదా?
అదే సార్, ఇథీరియం కోర్సే. నేను మీకు అప్డేట్ చేస్తాను ఇంకొంచెంసేపట్లో. ఐ థింక్ ఎవరో క్వశ్చన్ అడుగుతున్నారు. యా గౌతమ్, యూ కెన్ జస్ట్ గో అహెడ్ విత్ ఎ క్వశ్చన్.
Sir, how many days course duration?
We are taking it as 45 days, sir.
45 days.
Yes.
Placement provide చేస్తారు సార్?
I'm not sure on that part. You have to talk with Venkat to that.
Your good name, sir?
My name is Kumar Andi.
Kumar. Okay, sir.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for attending the
అదర్ ఇష్యూస్ అయితే నాకు కాల్ చేయండి సార్, నేను చెప్తాను ప్లేస్మెంట్ పర్పస్ ఏం చేయాలి ఏంటి అనేది.
Okay, sir. Thank you, everybody.
థ్యాంక్ యూ వెరీ మచ్.
Yeah.
సత్య గారు, సత్య గారు,
వెంకట్ గారు చెప్పండి.
సార్ అటెండ్ అయ్యారా?
అటెండ్ అయ్యాను. మనం మళ్ళీ మాట్లాడతాలేండి మీతో.
ఓకే సార్, ఓకే.
ఓకే, థ్యాంక్ యూ అండి.